Hello and welcome to TFA Analysis. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.
Education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepared for it today. Education is the key to success. The future of the children depends on education. But in Cameroon, it's not the case. The Cameroon government has frustrated the lives of millions of Cameroonians through education. I came to discover that they have decided it is a voluntary and a conscious behavior of the government to uneducate, to increase the rate of illiteracy in Cameroon. Because when they talk about a government is all about the people. What do they need? But in Cameroon, it's all about a particular group of people. And then I came to ask myself several questions. Is Cameroon a private property owned by an individual, owned by groups of people? And they decide what they want. Because when I look at how Cameroon government is spending money that's supposed to be providing goods of necessity like road, water and electricity, education for its own citizen, they are spending it on things not necessary. I have been teachers for many years, but teaching in the private sector. I came to discover that it is the purpose of the Cameroon government to frustrate the educational system of Cameroon. A first is with the curriculum. A second is the matrimony on teachers. A third is abandoning the children to educate themselves. There are millions and thousands of schools in Cameroon without the building, without benches, without anything. I call such schools political schools. And government has also decided to allow education in the hands of businessmen and women, in which all these people turn to frustrate the lives of many Cameroonians. And many people have gone through school, but school has not gone through them. Many people have gone through school, have PhD, but they cannot do anything. They are begging along the street. They are a truck pusher. They are doing terrible things. Because of what? Because of the poor educational system in our country. Recently, teachers are out, mostly Francophone teachers, demanding for unpaid salary, unpaid arrears that the government have not for many years paid them. And they had turned and refused that they will not teach. Up to the point innocent young children are on the street protesting, asking the government just what their fundamental right of learning. Education is the passport to the future. How would they enter the future without having the passport? They came out crying. Children of age, children of 1 year plus, nursery school children holding placards, already on the street, striking. Because of what? Education. That's supposed to be the first priority. Any developed country, first of all, make sure that it empowers its education. When education is strong, when you have a strong educational system, you are guaranteed that you will become a developed country. But when you decided to weaken and frustrate your educational sector, there is no way. Whether you invest in what, those uneducated people will frustrate and destroy what you have invested in. And nothing will work. And that is what is happening in Cameroon. It is so painful that somebody has been working for 30 years without any payment from the government, but working only with the government. It depends on what the parents will give. How would they not involve themselves in extorting or a corruption? in order to survive. These people have families. Just take, for example, that somebody has been working for 30 years with that salary. If salary is just 30,000, meaning the government is owing that person 10,800,000 and something thousand francs. Working, and you are comfortable enjoying your life, organizing parties, spending billions in parties, while teachers are dying in the field. And when you ask, some people are saying that why would they not resign? They have passion to teach. They have passion for children. They cannot go. It is one of the professional ethics of teaching. You do not quit. You do not abandon your job when there is no payment. Because teaching is a calling. That is how it is. And that is why you see people teaching for many years without any payment, but they continue teaching with joy. Because they are not looking at the money, they are looking at the children. But it is their right to have the money. And that is why they are coming up this period. It is so painful that the government of Cameroon is spending so much money in organizing the Grand National Dialogue, 10 billions, while teachers are not being paid. And then you come suddenly and granted that I have given 2.7 billions to teachers. To do what with it? You spent 10 billions to organize a party. And then giving a whole group, thousands of people, 2 billions to distribute amongst them. Money that they deserve. And then they have not even seen the money. They say they will see the money before they go to class. From that date, from that declaration, where is the money for the people to return to class? No money is coming. Meaning it was just a political statement from the president. Of your age, you are not ashamed, pa. You are not ashamed. I came also to discover that the government of Cameroon is using education as a weapon to stay in power. Because the more people are not educated, the more they manipulate them. And that is one of the reasons why they are holding on to education. They are frustrating education. They are creating political schools. School without buildings, school without benches. A Cameroon rich, a forest country. Children are sitting on the floor without any desks. Children are learning under the tree without any roof. Why government they are organizing birthday party? Why government they are organizing party every celebration day in Cameroon, spending billions? Why government are buying ministers are having more than 20, 60 cars in their compound, provided to them by the government? Why government is giving money to God? What kind of wickedness? Just a strategy to remain in power. They are using education, frustrating people's life. What is happening? The government has decided not to put the interests of the children at heart. How much has been spent on building stadiums in Cameroon to host African Nation Cup? What has that African Nation Cup yielded to the Cameroon people? Nothing. I am not against such sporting places. I am not against it. But countries that are involved in such things, they make sure that they have under the necessary needs of the people, the basic needs of the people, which is road, education, water and electricity, hospital. But in Cameroon, all those things have been abandoned in the hands of businessmen, selfish and wicked businessmen. They are manipulating it as they wish. Mushroom schools are everywhere, hospitals everywhere, clinic everywhere, by untrained nurses and doctors, by untrained teachers. Somebody that have never gone to school is opening a school, recruiting a first school leaving certificate to people, even some without first school, to teach. And the government who say they want to handle education is putting people in school, but without paying them. A whole school, you have only the government school, a government head teacher, no other person, teaching from class 1 to class 7 or class 6. And the government is okay, spending money extravagantly on things not necessary. What is happening? What kind of wickedness have you guys involved yourself in? Teachers are out there. For all this period, they have not been in classes. And the government is not taking into consideration that the Ambazonia crisis has stopped many children from not going to school, and some have escaped bearing the risk and paying high prices in order to study in Francophone region, yet no school. The Boko Haram in the northern part of Cameroon have frustrated many children, and they have not been in school for many years. The government have not taken that into consideration. Coronavirus came and stopped school for some months. The government have not taken that into consideration. The African Nation Cup came. The government say cut the studying period of students. Have not taken that into consideration. Now all of them are sleeping in classes. They are coming to school and going on the way. It's moving. If something happened to these children, what will you say? But you people are sitting in your own days, enjoying your money, enjoying everything. You are not paying bills. You are not paying house rent. You are not paying buying food. You are not buying anything, but you have high salary. Why those who are suffering for nothing? President Paul Biya, you are of age, and people of your age, what they usually do on earth is a period for them to make things right. For them to do at the will. If God allowed you as the president of Cameroon up to this age, if God has given you this age that you are 89 years, it is for you. From 70 years you were supposed to die normally. But if God has added all this year up to 20 years, you know it is a period for you to revise many things. Make things right. Stop sitting on money that you will not use. Because if God even decided that He will ask you 20 or 100 years again, you will not still use what you are sitting on. Why can you not release it and give it to those who are suffering for these children? What kind of wickedness is within you? You are with people called minister, called delegate, called directors, called this. They are embezzling money every day. You are aware of it. You are still bribing. Where are we leading these children? And when they will grow up without any job, without anything, and become rebels, we'll be fighting them. The government spending huge sum of money, billions, to buy military weapons to fight the Ambazonia because of you in the government, because of President Paul Biya, because of what you people have embezzled, because of selfishness, because you refuse to educate your people. And now you are spending money to buy weapons. If those money, if you can solve the Anglophone problem, use that money to pay teachers. It will help. You are there with the government. You are the minister. You are the director. You are whosoever you are. You are a parliamentarian. You cannot talk because your mouth has been filled. You have been bought over. You have sold your conscience to the devil. And everything is all about you. People elected you to go represent them. You cannot represent them. Teachers are living without salary, complaining to you to go and table it. When you go, they feed you. You organize the organized party, launch you in a very rich hotel, luxurious hotel. You forget about everything. God, what is happening? Just what we need is a change of mentality. To consider the basic things in our society. Let us have it first. Water, constant water. Cholera is spreading all over Cameroon and in 21st century. People are dying. People are living in darkness, no electricity. Like in ancient days, why we have government embezzling money, spending billions on things not necessary. Children are not going to school. Frustrating, and root children, street children are increasing every day. People are committing suicide because of hardship. Teachers. Yet, what is happening? The government is sitting. All they know is traveling abroad, organizing luxurious party, doing terrible things, embezzling and moving in cars, binding bodyguards, bribing themselves. What is happening? Why can't we not help our own? You are in the government. Why is your conscience? You are the Minister of Education, Minister of Secondary Education, higher education, and basic education. Where are you people? Where is your conscience? Then you visit school. All you know is visiting, passing through the principal office or head teacher's office to collect an envelope from poor people. God.